So right now, we have the invitational drafting, and I believe our next round that we will be recording will be from the invitational. So you get to see some matches of draft, which could be very exciting, depending on how people draft. Brad, personally, I'm not much of a drafter. Do you draft at all?
I do. Matter of fact, our local group just had our Thunders to Claim release event. I didn't want to crush all the new guys that I've been teaching the game, so I drafted, but I didn't play in the event. And I drafted a Unicorn Dragon Honor deck, which is having three of 2014 World Championship winners card. I was trying to think of his. It was an Utaku. Pull it up.
I believe in a couple minutes we may have Dineen or Aki coming over to talk for a couple seconds, just to say hi. And then we'll get their full interviews later. And again, those will be on YouTube at a later date.
Actually, I'll give you that too. Figure out which ones are long and cut them down. That goes for all of them.
This. Okay.
Now we're talking?
Yes, now we're talking.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. All right. So I am here with Daniel Dineen, who is the AEG events coordinator. So hi, Dineen. How do you feel about Gencon?
It's going a grand time as always. We had 54 players for our first qualifier, 27 for our invitational draft, so that ended up being 3 pods of 9, and everything is running pretty well. Super excited about the 20th anniversary also. That's going to be great.
Yeah, so how do you feel about the 20th anniversary of L5R? I know you've been playing for about 20 years.
I remember when my my local guys back in the mid-90s actually brought like the Imperial or pre-Imperial when it was released at Gencon, and I basically like moonlighted in L5R like back and forth. I played like a few games, only had like a smattering of cards, and I still remember the actual first starter deck I bought was a Unicorn one, and the rare was Inheritance, and I had been playing Magic pretty like actively at the time, so I opened it and I'm like, oh my god, this is like Black Lotus for L5R, and like everyone's like, oh, trade it for me, oh, I'm like, no, I got this. And then since then it's been on. Ooh, did it come off? Oh, okay. Sorry, the satellite gate had come off. And then I opened, I believe it was Crimson and Jade pack with Yuri Tomo, and it was kind of sold from there. And then I also saw the Co-op Master card, which obviously kind of sealed my fate on that endo. So since then, L5R has literally been my main pastime. Like, it is my hobby, my passion, and then 2 years ago they hired me, which I would not have predicted, but since then it's been great, even better. Looking from like the outside in, having that disparity from being a player for an active player and a pretty competitive player for 13 years particularly, and then coming into the events side.
So what was your favorite moment of L5R history, whether it be in a game that you played or in the story? What's your favorite memory of the past 20 years?
Not to be too cliche, I mean, there's been a number of moments where I've read fiction that, like, when you read it, as dumb as it sounds, you tingle. You're like, oh wow, like this is epic. Like I almost had a moment like that when I was reading Kampeki's Shadowlands absorption power when he slew his wife on Tuesday. That was a really good recent one.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Well, that was out Tuesday on the forums. I remember Daigotsu when he ascended and comes down and slays Kali Ma. That was pretty badass. But like I said in the beginning, not to be too cliche, it is I am my 20 strongest samurai, hands down. And then Aramasu stepping out, and I am 21. I'm like, yep. I'm tingling even thinking about it. I am. I'm not kidding. See, Luke, goosebumps.
I can see them. He's not lying. So, what do you think we can expect this weekend with in Siege and Modern? What do you think that we're going to see this weekend?
Oh, you're going to see a lot of fun with Siege deck. So it's specifically designed to be much more competitive, particularly with the environment that it's coming into and maybe facing. There's definitely combinations that will give it trouble, but it's not. This isn't to say that Dark Naga Siege was an easy deck to play against, but it did have like glaring weakness, which was discovered relatively early, which is entrapping terrain. And I believe there may be some chinks in the armor of the Yogo Junzo, but it's not going to be an easy road. Like Yogo Junzo is designed to defend. He is protecting the Imperial City from the armies of the Seven Thunders so that Fulan can be ascendant. Which leads me to 1,000 Years of Darkness, which is like my favorite L5R expansion or product until this. Siege Clan War is completely and totally my absolute favorite L5R product contained set / even an expansion. It's great.
So you're excited to see what's going to come out of this?
I'm super excited to see what comes out, particularly with the Black Scroll, the 6 Black Scrolls here, and then there will be 6 Black Scrolls, the remaining 6 at Euros. And then we have the pods that'll be determining the players for the main event, like the 60, like 17 through 32, like last year. But just the actual deck, like I am super excited to be able to take my own copy home from Gencon, and yes, I'm getting my own copy, and then being able to crack it and play with a lot of my locals, like a number of players my age particularly are familiar with the actual Seven Thunders, and they like meander in and out through like the last 10, 15 years, but this is actually getting them a little excited to actually play, so I'll be playing a lot of Yogo Junzo.
So can you tell us a little bit for the main event about what the pods are for those that may not have read your post or anything like that?
So similar to last year, what will be happening is that the top 16, 1 through 16, will be continuing on. And in addition to the main event storyline, that 16 will form its own pod, which the winner of that, which will end up being the first place player and the world champion, will have the determination of, I believe their faction will be able to gain knowledge or pick someone to have knowledge or caring of the actual Black Scroll. I believe it was posted on directly. And then 17 through 32 will form the second pod for the second Black Scroll, and so on down the line. So that people, if you could in theory be in 64th place and then win your 16-man pod and still have the opportunity to directly impact the story for your clan and also gain more prizes. Yes, there is prize support for the pods. You're definitely, and then you can come in and play on Sunday, starting at around like 9 a.m. And yes, it is explained on the website, so please make sure to check that out.
So what's your prediction for what kind of deck may win the main event? I know you're obviously rooting for Mantis.
Yes, obviously biased towards that, or any Colette heavy deck. That would be a nice second choice. I think Unicorn Arane Sensei is super strong. I had the opportunity over the past.
I'm kind of a fan of Aranai.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And then you and I, I'm also fine with Aranai winning. But I saw John Seals' deck from his tournament victory, and that even with like slight variations, it's just an absolute brutal deck. I really think a dark horse is Dragon Enlightenment, particularly with a number of like skilled players. Tan,
yes.
Yep. And 100%, if you are not ready for that, you are going to get blown out in 5 or 6 turns.
Yeah.
Like it should average about like 5th turn is about the time where you need to be aware. You need to know what ring you're going to try and stop, because you're not going to be able to like void an error. It's just not going to happen. You need to make the determination if it's going to be fire or water, and then you need to go all in on that card to defend it. So
what players?
I will have it. Guess who Will Abbott played in the first round?
Who was it?
A guy.
Okay. What players do you think we have to look out for this weekend? Do you have any particular players that you're rooting for to win the World Championship?
I don't have anyone specifically. I know Brian Reese won't win because he's a scrub and can't play anymore. But no, I don't have an individual player that I'm rooting for. I mean, I know there's a number of people to watch out for.
Me.
I know, right? No, there is. It's going to be a very high quality event. We have a number of international players here.
Yeah, Owen is a very. He's definitely a player to watch. Irish all the way.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Heraclio from Spain and his crew. So we have
I haven't met him
Spanish
yet.
contingent. Yep, he's on the Dynasty.
Not that I knew that or anything.
Right, he's still good. But no, I mean it's from what I've seen, it's a very open environment where not a rock paper scissors specifically, but for example, the Unicorn deck should in general beat Sheikah Swarm. Scorpion Dishonor should overall have a better, or Yasuki Dishonor should have a decent game against the Unicorn deck, and then Sheikah Mantis will have that. Then you have the Dragon Lightment, complete Dark Horse. I mean, you have Phoenix Honor. You can do Crane Military, little Crane Honor dueling. You have Crab, Super Shugenja Friends. Everyone's favorite Shugenja Kozen. We all know how popular that man is. What other? Lion. I think Lion might have a tougher road.
They have had a tough road this season.
It's been rough for them, though. I mean, they do have the inherent advantage. I mean, a Lion Speed Blitz deck. I mean, it's there. You can just win turn 3 or 4. It does have that basically, for all intents and purposes, auto draw victory. It's yep, denied your send home. All right, take your province.
We saw that the first round of the grinder.
Yep.
So they beat a Unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
Took an early province.
Nope. Spider has a number of options too. I think they have a number of military decks, which when combined with some of the passive key kill options that they have, can throw fits. And we have Anthony Lawrence waving to me. He's a little goblin.
I love this little goblin. So I'm going to announce to everyone tomorrow I'm playing in the Modern event, and I'm playing something completely different that I've ever played before. I'm playing Breeder.
I top 8'd with Breeder.
Yeah, that's what convinced me to play it.
That's how easy it is. I remember playing that tournament, and I was just like, all right, am I winning the battle? Yep. And I would just pass. And then they're like, all right, to do something. I'm like, okay, did you send home, bow, or destroy one of my zombies? And they're like, yes or no. They say no, I go pass. If they say yes, I react and create more zombies. And they're like, all right, do you have more for us? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, play this game 20 force. Pass. Yeah, it was that Breeder is a different than the current one, but I think that's good. I like it. It's
definitely stepping out of my comfort zone, but
you're running the Stronghold, the pay 3 gold to make a zombie, the limited. Is that the one?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I definitely create zombies.
Yeah, but I mean the Stronghold. It's the one that the Stronghold creates. The zombie.
Yeah, the Stronghold creates a zombie. Yeah.
Okay.
So what can we expect from the draft today?
The Invitational?
Yeah.
This is, to the best of my knowledge, and by knowledge I mean my current knowledge, as in thinking right now, the largest draft event that L5R has had. We have 3 9-man pods. Optimally, you want 8, but with the 25th, 26th, and 27th player, they formed the 9, and I think it's going to be completely competitive. Though I do see Mark Armitage hovering around, and I was like, oh, if I could give one man an instant seed so he could enjoy an event, it would be this. I'd be like, Mark, just go play. And in all honesty, he'd be very strong in that format.
Mark is a very good draft player.
Yes.
It's his favorite format. I definitely know that at Cotes, if there isn't a draft thing, he goes, can I run a draft pod? Can I run a draft pod?
Yep. Verbatim. That is exactly what it is. With the little clapping that she just did. It's great.
So, what are you most excited about the 20th anniversary? Can you tell us anything about the party that's coming up?
What do I want to reveal from the party? Well, it's at the Arts Garden, if you didn't know, which is a giant bubble dome in the middle of Indianapolis.
I did just see that yesterday. It looks pretty cool.
There will be a presentation by Chris Medico about the Mantis, their role in Onyx from a design perspective, and then the Akasha, which being the Naga, would be the other one that he will be previewing. I believe it's Evilborn's Blackest Storm and some Onyx cards.
Awesome.
So there will be exclusive previews at the event, along with some additional artwork.
Okay, so expect people to be posting pictures online.
Correct. Yep.
To spoil it for everyone else.
That's the plan right now, yeah, with our projector there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's exciting, but of course there's some other things that you're not going to reveal to me. Any hints?
The event is a social gathering to celebrate L5R and the 20 years. So a majority of the time is going to be being able to go around, talk to people, and reminisce. There's not a strict structure of 5 minutes and we do this. All right, that's going on for 15 minutes, then we're doing that. There are points in time in which we will be making announcements and asking, hey, everyone quiet, pay attention. I'm sure Z will talk at some point. I'll probably be up there. In fact, I think I'm the MC, at least at the beginning.
I expect you to wear a tuxedo.
I don't think that's going to happen.
There's got to be a tuxedo shop here.
I mean, fair. There probably is a tuxedo shop in Indianapolis. If we can find a Mantis green one. I think the Siege deck. Do we have?
We don't have his camera over there, but I believe the Siege event did just finish.
Oh, you're still taking a break? Oh, they're taking a 5-minute break because Yoga Junso's grinding them down. I hope.
Just to answer a question, Modern will be streamed tomorrow, so you guys can expect that. We'll be streaming all kinds of stuff Modern. The Invitational is the next thing that we're going to stream. And like I said, I'm going to be doing an interview series outside of the Gen Con normal hours, and that'll be posted on YouTube later this month.
And currently, just in case people aren't aware, we did sell out of Modern. However, we are accepting generics. I don't know if that matters for the people on the internet.
Well, actually, we had some people that were streaming it from the badge line.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, so you've obviously been to Gen Con about 1 million times. Does that sound correct?
I believe I've been to every Gen Con since 2001.
So about 1 million times.
Yeah, 1 million. I may have missed one in 05 or 06. I don't think so. I think I was here for all of them.
So what's your favorite Gen Con memory? Because obviously every year Gen Con is a bit crazy. You can pick your favorite PC memory.
PC?
But if you want to go crazy.
I think my favorite memory was the Dynasty getting Nacero of the Emperor. Specifically having a number of our players going out and playing for Nacero. I remember watching Brandon Flores. I think he made top 4 with Crane, and it was Crane Honor, and he used I think at the time it was Sorrow's Path and Campsite. I believe those were the regions, but either way, it was a specific region, and he placed Forgery because Brandon was a huge Lying Darkness fan, and he actually played Forgery, which moved a region from one province to another. I believe as a reaction to the battle starting, so that his opponent obviously assigned it the non-annoying province, but he still played a ninja card and lost 2 honor. He ended up winning that battle and gaining a lot more honor, but it's just great to see that, like, a random card like that directly impacting it. So
I'm going to tell you my favorite Gen Con memory. It was 2 years ago when I made the top 8, and you were watching the match. Yes, you were watching the match and helping player judge it, and I was playing against Case Kiyonaga. He had a very big unit, the Dark Naga.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, that was such a good play.
So I was getting his chi down and everything, and then he canceled one of my actions, and then I had a Broken Alliance in my hand, and he had an attachment that gave him +1 chi. He was down to 1 chi. Broken Alliance, kill the Dark Naga.
I remember Case's face. He kind of blinked and was like, yeah, that'll work. It's awesome. That's a great one.
It's still one of my favorite Gen Con memories, and I will take that.
Oh no, that was
forever.
Great. That was a massive Black Naga too.
Yeah.
Like that was huge.
Yeah. So I ended up not winning that match. I had a pretty bad draw both 2 games against Case that year, and he had a pretty decent draw against mine.
He's also Case.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He's also Case.
Yeah. So So
yeah, you 100% lost to a legit opponent, like 100%. Good deal.
that's fair. So, but I am planning on winning this year, obviously.
Hey, you could win the modern event and or the main event. Multiple options to play.
I'm going to win everything,
Okay, well, solves that problem.
except for the Invitational.
True, because I don't think you're playing in it.
Yeah.
Don't think of that option's available.
Yeah, I believe are they still drafting, it looks like. So we'll be streaming that next.
Okay.
So, anything else that you want to say to our viewers, or if anyone has a quick question for Dineen?
54.
There were 54 players in the L5R grinder, and just for everyone who's just joining now, how many are in the
Invitational?
Yes.
27, so 3 pods of 9.
Okay, so quick, if anyone has a question for Dineen, quick type it.
And what I'd like to say, I just want to thank you guys for being part of L5R. I mean,
Couldn't have 20 years without the players.
exactly, and I mean, like as I was saying earlier, this hobby and passion turned into a job/career. It's amazing. So, thank you, all of you. I mean, that's just simple. I know, you're expecting silly stories, but I think that's decent.
You know what? My favorite L5R memory ever is Dineen set me up with my fiance.
Oh, I did. I can't tell her what I told her to do, but she's like, what should I do? And I was like, you should just be aggressive. B-E aggressive. And it worked. And then we'll be at their wedding on November 7th.
Everyone can't show up. Sorry.
I'm not going to tell you now.
He will be there.
I will.
We're making him work.
In spades.
We're
deal.
just keeping the microphones away from him.
It's probably a good idea. Because I'll be off duty then. And we all know off duty is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you, exciting thing.
Okay.
At my wedding, you're allowed to bring your own beer.
Really?
Yeah, apparently the place that we're having it at, you can put your own beer on ice and they'll keep it cold for you.
In addition to the open bar?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is like the best thing ever.
I know,
Can
right?
you guys get like married next weekend too?
Sorry, I can't
No,
afford that.
we'll just rotate. You can go to a synagogue one week, a Baptist ministry the next one, then you can go to a mosque, and then we could have a pagan wedding after. I mean, there's so many different options.
The thing is, I don't think I can afford the open bar every weekend.
No, well, that would not be my problem.
But we're in the
Wait,
chocolate
wait,
fountain.
Ooh. Not Golden Corral chocolate fountain, like a real chocolate fountain.
Like a real chocolate fountain.
Yeah.
We're going to have a
Store.
milk chocolate and a white chocolate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, I've never been a fan of white chocolate. It's just
Me neither,
not...
but they said that they'd throw it in for free.
Sure.
So,
Someone will like it.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the milk chocolate.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Good deal. Thank you guys very much for having me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the stream. These guys do great work.
Yep, thank you, Dineen.
No problem.
And I'm sure I'll be harassing you for another interview later.
More than likely.
All right, thank